Okay, this is the first in a few beatbox tutorials I'll be making. This is a lesson for Sky. Sorry it's taken me so long to make the video. I've been super busy with homework and school. I don't know how far along you are, but I noticed that a lot of the beatbox tutorials out there don't really... they cover a lot of the basics, but it's just the same stuff over and over again. There's other things that I've found that if they would have taught them, first off, I probably would have came along a lot quicker than I did. I started beatboxing about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. So I'll start off with the basics, and then I'll give you a couple of tips that will get you started and get you on your way a lot quicker than I got started. So, of course, the first two instruments I'll be talking about is the kick drum, your standard bass kick drum, and the closed hi-hat. You're going to be using these more than any other instrument when you're beatboxing. It's going to be like the base of everything you do. Kick drum's very easy. It's just, like the letter B, B, P, E. And you push your lips together as hard as you can. Well, not as hard as you can, but push your lips together, and then you just, B, B, You can add bass to it after you're done, once you get the hang of it, dry, and then with bass. Or like what I like to do is oscillated bass. It wears on your throat a little bit more, but later on you'll get the hang of it. It's like the closed hi-hat. Very simple. The letter T. T, 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 T. Using those together, you're going to be pretty much going in and out of different beats and patterns that you're going to learn how to create in your own time. The second one would be a snare drum. Without a snare drum, you can't create what's called syncopated beats. That's where you get like your break beats, which is like... And you can't create like your regular straight beat like in techno. Also used in regular music like pop music that we hear today, like Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. The first one you'll want to learn is the outward, just standard, I'd just say, just your standard snare, dry snare. You can do it one of two ways. There's different variations, but there's two main ways. The one I like to use the most is with an F or a sh at the end. So it's just like a kick drum, but it has an F at the end of it, which would be the second one would be with a sh. I guess it's a combination of the two once you get it. But you can go or even the third one, which a lot of people like to do, is with an S. This might be easier for you. I found the one with the F is a little bit easier, which is so it's the regular kick drum, like with an S. However you like it. I guess everybody starts out with your generic hip hop beat. With these instruments, it's kind of difficult to get different ranges of what you can do because you have to breathe out the whole time. What I started out doing was just like your standard hip hop stuff. So I'll do a kick drum, a closed hi-hat, and a standard just outward dry snare, the with the F at the end of it. So it's like when you're doing that kind of beat, like the after I let the bass out, I'm taking a breath in. So it's like now I'll show you where I'm breathing, where I go then you take a breath in, breath in, and then snare, these sound really good, but while you're trying to get your breath control down, it's difficult. I would say practice these more just because you're gonna want to learn how to do them in the long run. For me, what I found more helpful, because it was so hard for me to control my breath, that I didn't realize like until later down the line I started doing research that inward snares are very, very helpful. Okay, so compared to an inward snare, or just a classic inward snare, which would be every time I do the inward snare, I'm taking a breath in. So essentially, when you're going breath in, it's easier because you always have air in your lungs. I mean, essentially, you could beatbox forever. Every time you hear me go, I'm taking a breath in. I mean, I've gone for as long as like 10 minutes before just practicing a beat. How you're going to want to start to learn this is first, the letter K. 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 That's like the letter that, I mean, it sounds really soft, but when you start learning how to use it breathing in, it becomes more pronounced. Okay, the letter K breathing in. So this is out. Now breathing in would be, so you can see I'm taking a breath in. So now I would start learning how to do it that way first. So pretty much any beat you want to do, you're constantly learning how to hold your breath, push out for the first 3 instruments I told you about, the bass drum, the dry snare, and also the hi-hat. But then, once you get those 3 down, and then you start learning how to breathe in with that inward kick snare, it's going to make things a lot easier. You could do anything. Your straight beat, or, for like your techno, and then also for like breaks, which is a broken beat. And then in the second video, I'll teach you actually how to do from there, the one that's not so soft, the next step, which is going to be a more pronounced inward kick snare, which is going to be like, and then, I mean, when you want to do like the beat I was doing before, it's going to sound different. Like, I'm sure you can hear it now. I can't hear it because I'm making the video. Anyway, that's the first beatbox tutorial. If you have any questions, just email me. I'll be glad to post another one. I'm sure I'll be posting more soon, and that's it. Happy beatboxing.